cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife, leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. Black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh, 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 oh. It's black and white. No more. Black and white, just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. White, white, white. Black and white.
Oh my god, Jim!
Looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
Angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dart goes to 2-piece. Oh my God!
Trató de darle ese petazo ahí, consigue eliminar a Medusa y rápido se voltea y
na marotagem, belo ângulo dele. For him, he's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! Down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Omairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scope for Apollo right there. He no-scope.
Termina eliminando a Jackie, igual queda solamente vivo por parte de repente, consigue la primera baja en este round, se da cuenta que el otro
All right, everybody, welcome back to another Mobile Mayhem production. This time, it's going to be Mobile Mayhem Girls once again, the female-only CoDMobile tournament for $2,000 verdict. Definitely a big prize pool for these girls here. And right out of the gate, we are going to have an intense matchup. I'm definitely recognizing basically all of these players from the event that we were able to do over the weekend. Another female-only girls tournament, or female-only CoDMobile tournament. And I don't think anybody is at all shocked that the BB Angels came through on top there, and we get to see them for our first game here today, Verdict.
Yep, they're going to be taking on the likes of Nyla in a best-of-3 format where these girls have been in the lobby. They've been voice-checked. I know they're ready to rock and roll, and we're actually going to start things off with a Hardpoint. Got into that particular portion of...
We're on it right now.
Perfect. There we go. Well, Sge Raid will be game number 2, which is guaranteed. What's not guaranteed is that game 3. If we do see that game 3, it is going to be a domination domination standoff. Jesus. Looking at the lobby, I am so excited to see Lydia in here. As a matter of fact, I know we're going to keep on talking about how great this BB Angels roster is, but man, they are stacked, bro. They are hella stacked. And sure enough, we're diving right into the action. Predictions, Day. You know a little bit more about this scene than I do. I'm getting my feet wet a little bit here and there. I got the chance to cast the BB Angel or the BB Network tournament, which was a $1,000 tournament. Now we got a $2,000 tournament. What are you expecting here from both teams?
Well, I don't think by any means you can sleep on the Angels whatsoever, right? They competed under the name NYX during our last season of Mobile Mayhem Girls, and they absolutely swept the floor with the competition then. And sure enough, they seem to be in a similar position. But we'll have to see how this season goes. There's definitely some other really good competition in the mix. I think the only players I don't recognize from this past weekend are Nine Sins and Enemy, but Fuchsia and Storm and Caro, definitely recognize them. But I just, man, you know what this BB Angels team brings to the mix. You know, this is not going to be easy. Lydia chilling up top here, has the Type 25 in hand. Pick up one, muted. But you're good. Aerith comes through, picks up 3, however. Nicole now rotating over, picks up kill number 5 for herself. And they're starting to recoup some points here.
Yeah, they're racking them up. They didn't have that great of a P1, but nonetheless, it's like, you know, you traded off for a decent P2, start streaking up. We're going to start seeing Vappy. She's already got the Predator missile, looking to get that sentry gun Might be able to get it here, but nope, going to be shut down. 9 Cents actually going to be there to take her out, but man, I gotta say, this is just another day in the ballpark here for the girls over at BB Angels. They are just slugging away early on as I'm taking a look at the scorecard. 14-4 for Agabu. That's Aerith. My God, how do you already have 14 kills? Jesus Christ.
That
They
girl's
are
cracked,
certainly in
dude.
a different league. Yeah, facts.
People definitely sleep on how good she is, especially sniping. I know many times in the past, we've done things like the Trovo Showdown, for example, right? And she'll compete, and everybody will sit there and be like, yo, but, this team has Little B, and, they're going to have the way better sniping talent. And then, this girl comes into the mix and, can absolutely put the business in. So we'll have to see as things continue to rock and roll forward. But right now, it's about a 50-point lead developed for the girls over at BB Angels. We've got a Goliath available for Nicole, who's now up to 15 kills. Damn near caught up to Aerith who's at 17-5 right now. So these two girls absolutely mad cracked right now, looking for more. Fuchila is going to come through and finds the kill onto Nicole that's going to stop that streak, but a little bit too late. And now you can see teams are starting to rotate over. Nicole going ahead and heading back towards that backside anchor. I'll be interested to see if she goes in and calls the Goliath now. Does look like that's going to be the case.
Do we have access to join VCs?
Yeah, we should. If not, they can yell at us to get out. But I'm gonna go for it.
Let's do it. Which ones, Nyla or?
Let's go Big Ballers.
Got it.
Be long. I'm spawning A long.
Oh, one more be long.
Enemy contact.
Nice. Where's your dog? On top.
I'm
See him there.
I killed the secret.
Top.
Top was it?
I got hill. Set up for new.
Top still there.
Set up for new. Y'all gotta push up.
Yo, this VC is so laggy, bro. What the fuck?
It's fine. Set up for new. Just set up for new.
No, the VC
One more.
is
What
like
did it
so...
say?
Hey, cage this. One on side.
There's low. There.
Alright, and you can definitely hear some very calm voice comms coming through for the side of BB Angels. Absolutely no fear at all that this is about to be a win for them. And sure enough, with Nicole on the point, brings it to a 149. And it's looking like only a matter of time, and Lydia comes through with the kill onto Caro. And that is going to be enough to bring them down, and a solid win comes through for BB Angels over Nyla, who I actually think Nyla looked pretty dang solid over the weekend, and I have high hopes for them in this tournament. But again, when you're up against the likes of BB Angels, who you guys may recognize formerly as NYX at home, I mean, this is a stacked team nonetheless. I mean, you've got this solid lineup here, right, Verdict? And then you also have Brixton in the lineup, who is one of the stronger European snipers. So
yeah. Both her and Lydia have hung with the best of the best in EU. They have staked their claim at the top. They've played with tier 1 teams. They have out-fragged tier 1 teams. And I mean, just the reality of the situation is you're looking at such a stacked roster. It's going to be damn near impossible for one of these teams to step up and take that role as the underdog to take down the Giants, man. I'm not saying I want to see BB Angels go down, but I want to see an interesting game where they actually have to sweat. I mean, you can hear it in the comms. They're cool, calm, chill, collected. I don't think they had a second where they panicked and thought that the game was going to be out of control. You know what I mean? I'm looking for someone to step up to the plate and put up a challenge for these girls. And man, you know what? I'm looking forward to that day. I just don't know if it's going to be today.
Yeah, I hate to say it as well. I don't think that's a reality for today, but there's definitely a lot of potential moving forward because there are plenty of really, really solid teams in the mix, including Nyla, right? Like this is definitely a strong team nonetheless, and they bring a lot to the table. Just this is not a pushover team. I mean, BB Angels are a team that you could throw into a scrim against the likes of your Zignuses, your Tribes, your NYSL Mayhems, your Novas, Staminas, Gallants, Seminoles. And they could win games. They could absolutely win games. So we'll have to see as we roll on forward. But we are gearing up for our next match, which is going to be a raid search and destroy. So one of the maps that can definitely bring out the sniper talent that we have here from the BB Angels lineup, as well as I believe we saw Storm play a little bit of that sniper role as well for the side of Nyla. So we'll be on the lookout and be checking that one out. But other than that, man, I feel like this is probably just going to be Angels storming on through.
Well, we'll see how it goes now as we're going to go ahead and jump straight into that game, too. It is a search tutorial raid, as Dave just mentioned, and some of the other things that I think I failed to mention earlier. BB Angels banned Hackney Yard and the Annihilator firing range was banned for Nyla, as well as the Sparrow. First blood going to come through, and it's going to come on the backs of Fushila. And I think we had a little bit of a...
9 sins.
Cool. On how to pronounce that name, but nonetheless, it's one of the ones I have fun saying.
I mean, I could go uber hard and be like, Buchilla.
I bet you say tortillas too, don't you?
No, I do not. Absolutely not.
Well, 3-for-3 trade's gonna come in. Carol gonna pick up Chagamoo there on the backside, and we got bomb down. 30 seconds, a little bit doable here. Carol's gonna get shot. Lydia going to take some action there on that cubby site. It's a 2-1. The pinch comes through. Aaron's going to clean it up, and they're going to get the defuse. What was starting to look great here for the side of Nyla just slowly dwindled away as both Lydia and Aerith come through, absolutely slaying out. 4 kills in total for both of those two girls, 2 apiece. And, man, I don't know if there's anything you could have done there if you were Nyla. You get the bomb plant down. You have the 2-player advantage off the rip. Lydia catches 1 lacking or makes that 2 lacking in kitchen. I don't know, bro.
Look, I don't want to like talk down about Nyla or anything because this is, such a strong team they're going up against. But I mean, there is in general a pretty sizable skill difference between BB Angels and most of their competitors, and unfortunately I do feel like to an extent at least Nyla does fall a little bit into that path. So we'll have to see. As we can see, Chels does have Storm pinned down in the doorway here, and you can see how scared Storm was to challenge for a hot minute. Able to get the slide as Chels rotates up, and Type 25 in hand is going to come through with 1. Fuchila comes through with a kill onto Lydia. The bomb does get planted. Nicole gets a hit marker, but Aerith does not find Storm. Starts making this look a little bit more doable. It's a 2 versus 3. Aerith didn't see the player in the corner. What? There's no shot. I was about to say, there's no shot, and me didn't see Aerith. Oh, but it's turned on. Oh my goodness. I switched off a little early there, guys, but you saw well enough. There was some hot body shooting going on there.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Fushila going to get 1, but is not going to get the follow-up shots to land on Aerith. That's going to be her 5th and a second, or not a second, but a second, well, I guess second round in the row for the girls over at BB Angels. I think Aerith went for the bomb defuse last round and opted to give it to Lydia. So very polite. Now we're sitting at a crisp 2-0 on the backs. Man, I'm going to be honest with you. How did Aerith not die in Muddy River? That not happen.
That's
bruh.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got it from the other perspective. But yeah, if you want me to be honest with you, if you don't finish that kill, you deserve to get your body shot. So
Yeah.
that's where we're gonna go with that. It might be a little bit toxic, but you know what? I'm a little bit toxic. Deal with it. Ooh, Storm with a big pickup. However, there on Zavapi. 9 Sins does get the refrag on Lydia as well, but Aerith answers back with one onto Fushila. And now it's a 3 versus 2 Storm and 9 Sins up against the remaining 3 members of this BB Angels team. And sure enough, Nicole gonna go ahead and pick that one up, and Chels gonna pick that one up. And this whole lineup from the Angels can have a sniper in their hand and strike absolute fear into their opponents.
I'm still scared for him when Era pushed in the muddy room and walked, literally bumped shoulders with whoever it was on the opposite side for Nyla. Literally bumped shoulders with them in kitchen, turned around, and had their backs. They were dead to right. Aerith was dead to right. Sure enough, Aerith just absolutely turns on her. Now we're sitting at a 3-0, of course. I mean, BB Angels just coming in, handling business like it's any other Tuesday. It is for them. Nyla stepping up to the big leagues right now, and they are not putting up the numbers that they need to see that game 3 in my eyes. 4-0, it's certainly doable, but did you guys watch the Hardpoint? Have you seen the first 4 rounds? You know what you know what you got to do then.
It definitely gonna be the case. As you can see, Chels in here mid, trying to line up a shot. Can't quite find it to connect. We do also have Lydia with the Type 25 pushed on up to rings on one of those nasty head glitches, and is looking to get some info for the team. You get the van to explode there, and it's going to be Aerith actually picking up a first blood. Now, you can see the aggressive push starting to come through. Chels loves her nunchucks, okay? Chels loves her nunchucks. Sure enough, picks up one there. Might be on the chase for another. Oh my goodness. No shot, she gets 3, right? No shot, she gets 3. 9 Sins. Gonna pick up that kills now on the run, but Vapi on the chase. Vapi get dropped here, sure enough. 9 Sins, can you clutch it up? You're up against Nicole and Aerith, and unfortunately, does get pinned down.
Well, there we go. 5 rounds in a row. BB Angels looking to make it a crisp 6. Series ending quickly. It's very likely. 5 rounds in a row. We're gonna see a 7th. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of okay when Nagabu drops. Storm gets first blood. It's kind of feels bad. Like you see it, you're getting bodied all throughout the first 5 rounds. You're looking for that second chance, that second shot of life here in the Search or Destroy. It's gonna come if you put the hard work in, and that necessarily not gonna happen right here. Is 4v4 1-for-1 trades gonna come through. Man, Nyla, gotta find one of them, man. You can't go down 6-0 against one of the best teams. Granted, they are the best team. You gotta show a little bit of resilience here. How are you going to respond in
Listen, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree. To show signs of life here is a must. And sure enough, Caro was going to go for that defuse, but Aerith puts kill number 10 on the board, clutches it up.
Make it 11.
Sheesh. Rubs some salt in the wound, picks up kill number 11 as well. And again, I don't realistically feel like anybody is going to be shocked by that. The BB Angels, again, for anybody maybe joining us late, hasn't caught up on any of the competition between then and now. This is the former NYX roster that you'll recognize from last season. Aerith, Chels, Nicole, Lydia, Brixta, with a few additional players as well in Vapi, and I think we saw another player play with them, Milk, but I don't know if there's enough roster space in Mobile Mayhem for that to be entirely relevant. But definitely have some really solid players in the mix, and sure enough, you can tell coming through with the 6-0 victory that Nyla just were not an opponent up for the task today. And there are very few teams that are going to be up for the task. I think our big ones to look out for is going to be the likes of your Celeste, your Cygnus, They definitely can challenge. We've seen them take rounds off of BB Angels, but I don't know, man. This could be another season of a dominating performance from the Angels here.
I mean, I hope someone steps up to the task of at least putting a dent in their armor, man. They came in the first game, allowed 29 points at that first point, and that was pretty much it. They doubled those from 0.1 to 0.4. They didn't allow any points on the search and destroy. I'm hoping somebody's going to come through and contest, because if they just continue to run the tables, I'm going to be honest with you, it's almost like we don't even have to have a regular season. Sure enough, we are. But at this point, man, seeing them dominate, man, which one of these girls' teams are going to step up? I want to see someone put some action on that BB Angels roster. They're looking very, very good.
Yeah,
Is anybody up there?
We want to see a domination.
Yeah, we want to see domination. I don't want to see 2-0s across the board.
Heck yeah, we want to see Angels dominate you in that game 3.
Yes.
I'm just messing with you guys. We're going to take a quick break while we get the next set of teams here in the lobby. But don't go anywhere. I'll toss on some music, and you'll get back to myself and the wonderful musical stylings of Verdict to cast this event for you guys here shortly. Alrighty, we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and as you guys probably saw for that previous screen we had for you there, it's going to be Celeste versus Zygnus Girls, and I got to say, this is one of the most exciting matches that we got to have. I believe that was on Sunday Night Verdict that we got to cast, and these two teams are definitely pretty evenly matched. They bring a lot of talent to the table, a lot of names that you guys will recognize from previous seasons of Mobile Mayhem Girls have, banded together on more super teams to try to compete with the BB Angels. So we're going to see the likes of your Kira, your Camiboo, your Bianca, who are big names from last season, as well as then on the side of Zygnus, I mean, Layla, Vanish, Venus, Artemisa, Ginebra. I mean, these teams are stacked. I will say that the two new additions for the side of Celeste are, at least under these names, players I don't recognize, and that's going to be Queen and December. So obviously I saw them play over this past weekend, but definitely talent on the table that I still am hoping to see more of.
Oh, you're absolutely right, man. I think that series went to a best of 5. It went all the way to that game 5, and it was intense. So I'm excited to see how these girls perform tonight, as we will be starting the best of 3 here momentarily. I think the first map of choice is going to be firing range, hardpoint, followed by a standoff, search or destroy, and then if we do go that game 3 distance, we will see a Dom crossfire. Map bans and vetoes are going to be Hackney Yard for Celeste and Summit for Cygnus Girls, and then we've got the normal Annihilator and Sparrow bands in the mix too. And without further ado, a little bit more of a even matchup here, or more narrow skill gap matchup. Gonna start off here. I'm not expecting a 6-0 in the search or destroy, to say the least, but we'll see how it pans out here.
There's no shot this is a 6-0 in the search and destroy when we get there. These two teams went all the way to a game 11 last time, or I mean a game 5, and I think a round 11 search and destroy. So we'll definitely be on the look for that, as we do have players rotating on in. You can see Kira picking up 1, comes through with 2. That might be enough for them to get some points on this P1 hill, but they definitely, for the side of Celeste, need to start looking for those P2 spawns. As you can see right now, we do have Cygnus spawning in Tunnel, and that's going to set them up really good for P2 and give them a big opportunity where they can start getting those backside of trailer spawns for P3. So we'll be on the lookout. And you can see we actually have Kira making that rotation up through from behind. Does take down 1, takes down 2. This girl is popping off, but rotates over into Artemisa, who you can tell is trying to lock down those spawns. Bianca pushing on in, absolutely beaming. And that might be enough. Celeste come in, and they take over the point in no time flat.
Yeah, this is like one of those maps where if you get P2 set up, spawn, solidified, and everything, kind of like a connected situation. You literally can bounce from P2 to P3 right across the street to P4, bottom wood area. But first, you got to solidify those spawns. Right now, it's a little bit of a toss-up. It does look like bottom side of firing ranges where the girls over at Celeste are going to find themselves spawning at. Kira going to get a shot on, but taken out. P2 is shut down here. Layla, rather, going to be right here in this corner. Wrong corner to peek, Cammy. You look left. She was right, and sure enough, point is going to be held by Cygnus Girls. They're going to be able to tie this thing up, and as a matter of fact, they might be able to take the lead. I set that way too soon, because here comes Kira clearing the path. 2 on board there, 10 on deck right there for her as well, and she's got almost enough for a Predator missile right here if she doesn't get spotted. Oh my god, there's so many A long area. Gonna go ahead and pull out the death machine. The shots are gonna, oh, you got the hit marker follow through. There we go. Gets that one, but does not earn that Predator missile, and is shut down. As we're looking at the scoreboard, 57-38. Cygnus Girls had a little bit of luck there on that P2 break, but it was short-lived. And now P3 trailer is actually going to be theirs for the time being.
Yeah, definitely a big potential for a money hill off of the P1, P2, and the trailer. So we'll have to see. And I am sorry about the late scene switch there, guys. You should have only missed P1, so should be still pretty all right. Obviously, the action is still here, burning down. We're at a point where we're on a firing range hard point, which has normally started to stack for one team, and I mean we're 10, 12 points between these two teams right now, and a break comes through for Cygnus, which is even going to narrow that gap a little bit more. And sure enough, there is the 10 points, but Venus going ahead and winning that gunfight, and you can see Celeste are setting up for P4 here.
Yeah, we got about 5 seconds before P3 closes down. We're going to see Cygnus take a little bit of a lead. 4 points, no harm, no foul. CoDMobile going to be able to rock the top side, make that bottom side, rather, as they've got complete control here, but this is a paper-thin wall covering. There's nothing secure about being in bottom wood. Nothing secure about any of this area, to be completely honest. We're going to see the push come through. Cygnus going to find one on the bottom. CoDMobile drops. Lila going to come through. Lila gets taken down. Vanish just now spawning in, trying to get some shots in. Are going to be able to take that back jungle site, get some hit markers. Does get a 50% assist, but nonetheless, it's a back and forth affair. We got a scrappy P4 now, as that has developed into about 30 seconds left. Nobody with a clear advantage, but sure enough, Cygnus being very resilient, and Celeste not giving any of these points away for free. I noticed a lot over the weekend that they had a hard time with the long game. Their first few initial points were on, just absolutely dominating. Where they seem to lack in hard points is that closing out games. I think we saw 108 to 54 lead that got, literally slipped right through the gap. But we're going to see if they, went back and watched the VOD and see where things went wrong and maybe turned everything around for the long game here.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because obviously they do not have an easy set of opponents, with Artemisa coming through with 3 on the board there. They were on the hill. She's definitely streaking towards a Goliath right now, and the quad pred missile kill coming through on point is going to be enough to grab the Goliath. And that could be a huge tool for a P2 or even a P3. We'll have to see. I remember once upon a time during a Trovo showdown, we saw Verdict camp his butt a whole second half of domination in the trailer and inside of one of those Goliaths.
Domination round, not half of one, an entire second half domination. You can make those things last. You just got to have great communication skills and be a little self-aware of what's going on.
Definitely got to have the teamwork. The trophy systems are an absolute must for that Goliath.
Crucial. P2 coming down to the beginnings here, about 7 seconds before it opens up. 18-point advantage going over in favor of the girls over at Cygnus. And they have yet to put that Goliath down, which could come in handy. Definitely don't want to give your opponents too much space here to kind of creep up on that armory site and try and get it down as a last-minute effort, as it could get yoinked, but it does look like they've got a decent, proper setup here. All 5 players from Celeste are down. All 5 are going to make their way back over, and this might be Murder, She Wrote. They might not even need that Goliath.
Yeah, looking like it right now, but I got to say, Layla has been absolutely cracked the past several days of competition. She's top fragging right now with 27 on the board, and, kind of while we were sitting there talking about the Goliath, it got me thinking, one of the tools we have seen used to kind of help deal with the Goliath is sometimes you can use that gravity vortex. It locks it in place. It does do the damage over time. That I think is like about 30% of its HP. So definitely something that's usable and can help you with it. But this is the question I need answered by someone smarter than me or with more game knowledge than me of this specific scenario is, does a trophy system block a shot from a grav vortex?
Are you asking B or hello? Because I know you're not asking me.
I was asking, hopefully somebody in chat knows. Hopefully yeah, I would never accuse you of being smarter than me. I would also never accuse myself of being smarter than you, but we're just both really dumb.
Yeah, we're big bots. I'll tell you what's not big bot. 150 to 100. Cygnus girls just came in and they were ready to play. I think those score streaks came raining in at the perfect time. As I'm taking a look at it, we were talking about Layla, we were talking about Art. Both of them popped off a minute 39 for Art, and then 29 and 19 for Layla. Venus had some great kills in the feed as well. Just an overall great collective effort for the Cygnus roster. And Celeste, there's nothing to be ashamed of about that game. You got into a P1 reset where your opponents just happened to streak at the right time. You can't be upset about that outcome. It was a narrow game up until that P1 reset, and that's where things just kind of got out of hand. As we're going to get geared up for that game too. But overall, a tremendous job. A much, that P1 through P4 was crappy as hell. I don't think I've ever seen anybody set up proper, get taken out. Retakes coming in, retake taken out. It was just a back and forth game all up into that P1 reset. Where again, I said, don't be ashamed of the results for Celeste, but it does go back to that whole not being able to finish that game out, not having that focus and that necessarily that key factor that will set you apart in the long run on that P1 reset is that's where things kind of got out of hand for them. And you started to see the panic and the turmoil come through. Everyone was just kind of dispersed, and then that Predator missile came down, took down 4. Just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, definitely came through. And while, again, they didn't end up necessarily needing the Goliath, they were able to close out a pretty solid win. It was 150 to 100. So, that game was pretty much 100 to 100 for a while, right? We got to that P2, and Zygnus just really had a hold. And, again, this kind of boils back to, something I've been talking about for like 6 or 7 months now, Verdict, is that I just don't believe that 150 hardpoint is enough. It's quick, it's fun, there's a lot of action, that's all great, but on maps like Firing Range, fortunately we didn't see it this time. There is often a side that can come away with the advantage that is very, very difficult to overcome, with that P1, P2, and P3 kind of just anchor the same area of spawns. So that's a factor, but then you also get into a point where it's like you have this really gritty game, right? We were at 100 to 100, and we go into a really good 1-point hold, and then the game's over. I mean, that action could have bounced right back for Celeste during the next one, but that's enough of that. We're getting into the action, guys. I have the audio fixed, and we'll be rocking and rolling.
Bring it back in action here in Game 2. Zygnus have that 1-point advantage. Vanish gonna find first blood. December drops. I think I made a note, like, her name prior to was August. I was like, August is popping off. It's not August, though. It's December. She's like, okay, well, I'll just change my name. Sure enough, she did. I love it. 3v3 now is, we've seen 2-for-2 trades come through. Bomb's going to be in the hands of Layla. Oh, some shots are going to come raining in. Top side of the big blue building. Actually, where Layla's going to find one of her opponents, gets the kill there. And now we've got the advantage in favor of Zygnus girls. They've got this A bomb site covered. They're going to go ahead and get the plant down. CoDMobile up top blue. Oh, this is B site. Good God, I'm looking at the wrong numbers.
Oh my goodness, the beam
Good
there.
night.
Definitely a player I don't recognize from our previous weekend, but a Laven coming in, picking up a big kill out of the top of blue there, and secures the first round for the side of Zygnus. And one thing I gotta say is Celeste were really strong this past weekend in Search and Destroy, so we'll have to see if they can bring that back and maybe push us to a Game 3.
We're going to see those call-outs come out. Literally everyone coming through this mid lane. Bianca could be able to find one. Venus drops. Queen, oh man, Queen's one shot is going to get some help, but it's not going to be enough. Kira's going to drop. Cammy looking for the shots inside of that deli site. Bomb is in the hands of Art, and Art is doing business right now. He's going to drop, and that might be where the round turns around here for Celeste.
Yeah, Bomb is down in a pretty rough spot at this point. Vanish was able to come through with a extra kill there, making it a 3 versus 3, but Bianca finding the kill onto Layla there. Makes it look a little bit more doable for Celeste to tie things up here. Now you can see Laven making that rotation over with Vanish. They have A covered. Bomb is down, and Celeste know it. You can see they're camping out at tank here. Queen obviously making that call out for the team. And very long backside rotation is actually coming through right now for Laven. Lavin? What are we going to go with?
I'm just going to call her A. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's the easiest. Hey!
We are just so cringe and so old.
We are just boomers. Boomers at heart. It's okay. We see about 25 seconds on the clock. A little bit of trigger discipline might have helped Laven out there, but teammate does get the kill nonetheless. December going to get the refrag, though, and top side of blue is where the action is going to continue. Oh, my. December. Time's up here this round. We're going to see bombs still right in front. There's nothing Bianca needs to do here. You don't need to contest. You don't need to do anything. There's only 4 seconds on the clock. You've got this round in the bag. That's going to be Celeste playing that round very well, and it goes all back to for Zygnus where that bomb carrier went down at. Literally right in front of the spawn site of Celeste. They didn't need to do anything. So they take the round on the backs of some poor bomb placement.
Yeah, and that's something that me and you were really hitting hard on about coming up towards our last Mobile Mayhem season, as we were really looking for a lot of North American teams for the main Mobile Mayhem series to crack down on some of their search and destroy play, because it was definitely not looking good compared to some of the other regions, and sure enough, a couple of the teams definitely stepped up. But That's neither here nor there because we are here to talk about these girls. And I got to say, having this matchup, which was a basically a semifinals matchup for our tournament over the weekend, is already off to a great start. And Kira coming through with one there. Cammy going to find the other onto Layla. The 2 trade comes through. The bomb did go down. But, oh my goodness, Cammy
Good play.
finds kill number 2. That was a great corner check there, and now...
It was a good read.
Yeah, absolutely a good set, and a flawless round. Oh my goodness, coming through for the side of Celeste.
Yeah, they just needed that one burner round to just get through, you know, kind of make all their mistakes there, and then they can go back to shutting down because as you were talking about over the weekend, these girls were absolutely cracked on Search and Destroy in particular. Not saying that their respawn game modes aren't, you know, up to par, but what stood out the most was the games that were played in between. That is that Search and Destroy game mode. They do it so well. They've got a great talent, a great broad spectrum of talent. You've got snipers in Kira, you've got slayers in Bianca and Kira, and then you've got those great support role players like Queen and December in the mix. So we're going to see how it pans out. You can see it right now. They got a 1-player spread all the way across from A to B. Not a lot to work with for Cygnus here as they're trying to play for information. They're not going to get it easy, and I love this defensive approach here. Don't give anything for your opponents to get or gain info on. Allow them to you know, make their own moves and then kind of, you know, pounce on them from there. So we've got about 40 seconds on the clock and not a single move has been made. Now we're going to see the push come through. It's going to come 4 or 5 deep here on this back alley. All of this action is about to ensue as we get the sit reps. Oh, Bianca, that's not the right time to pull out your thumper there.
Yeah, we do have a couple kills coming through, trading. It's a 2 for 2. Bomb still in the hands of the side of Cygnus, and Queen able to get some information there on Vanish. That's a nasty head glitch to challenge from down low, but you get that advantage from up top, and does come through picking up an extra kill there, as well as I believe it was Cammy who found a... Nope, it was... Yeah, it was Cammy that found the other one. But with Artemisa finding the kill onto Queen, knows Cammy's in that corner, might be able to clutch this up. First 2 kills on the board and possibly 2 of the most important ones of the game. You can now see Kira looking for the snipe, pushing on back. Artemisa, can you clutch up? The 1 versus 3 is the real question here. Oh, Kira didn't see her!
What are you doing? Okay, I thought none of them saw it. I guess Art didn't see Kira here. That's probably the best timing that she could have asked for.
Listen, that is the pain sometimes, and Artemisa able to come through and clutch it up, but that is the pain sometimes of playing on mobile. If someone's on the side of your screen like that, there is always that opportunity that your thumb could, or finger, or whatever it may be, could cover up that one glimpse that you needed to know somebody was there. So, a little bit unfortunate, but that's just the name of the game, and that's, you know, part of the challenge, right? That's part of one of the things that makes CoDMobile unique, adds that extra level of difficulty to it. And yeah, we're having a good time right now. We're all tied up 2-2. We're in game 5, last round of the Cygnus offense. And we'll have to see if they can take a lead with it. Oh, doesn't check your corners. Rip.
CoDMobile gonna get that first blood in defense. Gonna have the numbers advantage to begin with. Kira just firing a ray right here. Sees 1 player on that statue take care. He doesn't know that there's 2 other players right there behind him. And Art right there in the mix, looking for the bomb plant here. Info's gonna come through. Venus spots Kira. Oh my God, how did that shot hit? I would have loved to see it from Venus's perspective.
Vanish
I was too busy stuck.
and December are both up top
Oh my
of blue
God,
and
Venus.
don't notice each other. I'm so confused.
You missed Venus, dude. She just had a hell of a wall bang right there.
You're not wrong. I did miss it. It was actually, I think I said Venus was up top. It was Vanish in December, and then Bianca rotates up, picks up that kill. It's now at 2 versus 2. The bomb plant did come through. Got about 30 seconds on the clock here, Verdict. 5 kills for Bianca, 1 for December, and Bianca does give their position away a little bit by shooting the wall there, but you can see that rotation is starting to come around. The real question is, can Venus pick up the kill? December slides in, Artemisa with the shorty in hand. Damn it, girl, I was so tired of seeing that gun.
Oh, Bianca, you got a free kill right there. There's no way your opponent should have pushed that. Bianca nearly got that 2-piece, and I would have put it all on Art, who pushed around, not Art, who was the other player that was alive? Whoever the other player was alive, who had boxes held completely down. All they needed to do was hang back tight, and sure enough, you almost jeopardized a 2v1, but that's not the case to happen. Artemisa win those. And, you know, that first kill, I know you were discussing, hey, use what you can. That shorty, still viable to some of these players.
Yeah, I hate it so much. I absolutely I'm so tired of seeing that gun. I'm more tired of seeing that gun than I was tired of seeing ARP over the weekend, dude. Let me tell you.
Okay, I think you may have answered my question. I was going to ask you, more tired than seeing the STG being meta in Vanguard?
Yeah, I mean, so tired of the shorty. It's been months, you know, and we're still seeing the shorty. Definitely not as good as it once upon a time was. But I got to say, if the shorty came out the way it is now, and it was balanced, it was something usable in the close range, we saw some players use it, I'd have no issue with it. It's the fact that it used to, I mean, basically be a Vanguard shotgun, you know? Like, oh my goodness.
Art and Venus, or Vanish, whoever it was that was still alive, clutches that 2v5 scenario. They took down 3, and they were demons on that A site. But December and whoever else was left alive, just left to pick up the pieces, was able to clutch that round, and we're all tied up. We expected a game 3 here in this scenario, as we were talking before the game started, and I think we might actually see that game 3. It depends on how well Celeste can close these last few rounds out. They have managed to even things out. There might have been a time that they even could have taken a round that didn't go their way previously, so it's all on them. Hardpoint did go in favor of Cygnus Girls, and it was a very, very close game up until that P1 reset, and now we're getting those same kind of vibes that are carrying on into game number 2. A going to be able to pick up first blood, though, and that's going to halt the push up, as it did look like they were going to look for that A side push, but it's not going to come through. Oh, what are you on?
Oh, no way.
Oh,
no shot.
Did you see that?
Yeah. No shot that Laven should have won that gunfight there. Got flashed and still turned on an opponent, but, you know, hey, the Type 25 is kind of busted. And Vanish going to come through with that final kill, but Laven does come through with the assist. And that's going to be a 4th round secured by Cygnus. They've got a 1-round lead. They do only need, they do obviously at this point only need about a, you know, 2 solid rounds to come close this out. But obviously, Celeste, they're not going to let that happen as December comes through. Beans Laven off the head glitch. Layla taking a couple shots too, but Queen coming in for the bomb plant. Looks like she's going to get it. Top frag for the game right now is a tie between Laven and Vanished with 8, and then a 3-way split after that with Queen, Bianca, and Artemisa with 7 apiece. Now Bianca, trigger control wasn't quite there. That's going to give away her position, but also Kira does get dropped. Where was the call out to turn around? What on earth? Okay, Bianca picks up the kill onto Vanish, but Artemisa is there for the refrag. And once again, man, we're all tied up 4-4. Neither one of these teams will give up, and this is turning out to be just as good of a series as we had over the weekend.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It's like we never stopped the series. It just kept on with that same momentum, and right now we find ourselves at a tie. The tiebreaker going to come through this round. Sure enough, if Celeste can manage to tie things up in the series, we'll go to that domination game again, which we mentioned earlier. Oh my God, Kira! I
never catch it. I never catch it.
You never do, dude. She's like one of the best snipers I've seen in over the weekend, at least.
Dude, obviously, if I'm watching her, there is nothing going on. But the second I switch off and put someone else on the screen, she's like, hey, no, come back here.
Well,
it's just,
you know what?
So unfortunate. Kira, I wish I could show off your talent a little bit more. It just, it never works out.
Oh my God. She went up the top. Granny's got the jump shot, hit the player on boxes, bro. But does get taken down. A little bit of an equalizer here for Kira. Jesus Christ, man. Venus, you're cracked. I saw the jump shot. Just know it was...
Oh my God. Dude, I'm telling you, I never catch it. I did get it from the receiving end, but I never get Cammy's or Kira's perspective. Oh my goodness. 5-4 match point for the side of Celeste. They are on the offense once again, which has been a pretty strong side for them thus far. You know what? We're going to leave it on Kira. It's up to her. We've seen what she brings to the table. I've switched off at the wrong time a couple times, so let's see it happen.
You do that, you gotta at least bounce over to Venus a few times too, because girl is cracked. Kira does find that first blood. Good shots on A. Bomb goes down. Match point here, so everything is on the line for Cygnus. They can close this series out if they can find a way to pick up 2 more rounds, but this round is what they gotta focus on right. 30 seconds on the clock, 4v5, retake. Cygnus, do you have what it takes to close this series out in 2, or Celeste? You looking for that game 3 opportunity?
Oh, Venus
You
is
might
looking
have
for
found
that
it.
head. Not quite able to find Queen, who is head glitching on the tractor, and this is looking like we've got a game 3 coming in. Verdict.
Bianca
Bianca
picks up
picking that one up. December on the chase onto Layla. There's no time.
Vanish is not going to be able to get the defuse. She's actually going to be taken down. And December, it is your month to reign superior. You pick up that last kill, the last 2 actually, 6-4 win. We're going to a game 3.
Yep, game 3 locked in by Celeste, and like we said, this is almost a repeat of what we had over the weekend. If anybody does want to catch up on that event that we did, it is in the VODs. Definitely was a fun one. It was a nice Friday, Saturday, Sunday playoffs, but man, I'm glad the action is rolling right on in, like, so seamlessly as well. Again, man, I'm so glad that there's so much talent coming together here at the top. That might actually be able to give Angels a run for their money. I still think that might be a bit of a stretch. But definitely you can see the potential here. I mean, Bianca coming through with 10, Kira with 11, Queen with 10, Vanish with 11, Artemisa with 10, Laven with 8. I mean, lots of players popping off here in this Search and Destroy. Went all the way to a round 10. And again, thanks to Celeste, we are going to get that game 3, which, oh my goodness, Verdict, I do forget what map we were going to be on for that.
It's if you were in a good mood before, you might be in a bad mood now because, Celeste might have gotten a game 3 opportunity. I'm excited to see this best of 3 go to distance, but it's at the expense of seeing a Crossfire Dom. So, some great performances from Celeste here to bounce back and pick up the dub here in game number 2, 6-4 fashion. 10 kills for both Queen and Bianca, but your top frag, the shots that can't miss those moving forward, man. Those were some absolute beams. And Venus, even on the backs of only having 4 kills, I will tell you from first-hand experience, 2 of the 4 that I saw were ridiculous. Now it's that Dom Crossfire that we were all not really wanting to see, but for competitive sake, hits on the plate. We're going to get it rocking and rolling in just a moment. And if you had to pick which of these 2 teams has the advantage, obviously you're going to tell me it's the side of who has the second half on C. But you wouldn't say any of these teams?
I think both these teams have the potential to come through with a win here, regardless of the sides. Obviously, you are going to have an advantage for whatever team spawns on the A side first, because they'll have that C side in the second half. But as aggressive as these 2 teams can be, I can see plenty of attempts for the flip coming through. And all it takes is one big play on this map to really swing things back into your favor. We saw it in, I believe it was stage 4. We saw a really big flip for, I think it was
ARP
against NYSL Mayhem. They were able to get the C side flip very, very early on in the first half, and that was a big factor. Still ended up being a surprisingly close game despite that, but as aggressive as these 2 teams are, I could absolutely see either one coming through with the victory.
It was ARP against Tribe.
Was it Tribe?
Yeah, because ARP didn't play NYSL.
In
I would have
stage
loved
4?
to see it in ARP. Oh, stage 5.
Played,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, stage 4, they played NYSL 3 times.
Okay. Never mind. I thought we were talking about relevant things like stage 5. That's relevant. Stage 4 is. Oh, good deal. Well, I mean, never mind. All right.
Yeah,
don't want to
we complained about it. We complained about it, and that's why we don't want to talk about it. Because if I talk about it, it was great. It was a good time. It was a good time. My favorite teams lost, so I'm salty. Okay.
Well, you know what? It is what it is. We'll always look forward to next year. Right now, this game is of the essence, and BCAP coming through early. Celeste going to be able to solidify it as Layla comes through, plowing players. Oh my God, just racking up the kills. But it's going to be shut down, creeping out of that middle building. Queen walked right up on somebody and gets the bitter end of a Type 25 and a little bit of map control here. Of course, the C side is ultimately going to have the advantage as far as I'm concerned. As long as you have C, you have a great shot at having B along
look at the
with
push
it.
coming through. We've got Venus and Layla pushed on up. Laven comes through with 3 in the feed, trying to help the team. The C progress is coming through. We've got a B flip going on over here. My goodness, but the C comes through for the side of Zygnus, and sure enough, you can see the spawn flip coming through. Can we get a long enough A-B hold from the side of Zygnus here, I'm sorry, Celeste here, to make a difference? See, the anchors are starting to come through. You have Bianca pushed up onto this B, but gets taken down by Layla. Now, obviously that C side advantage is coming through. The B cap comes through, but immediately the refrags come. Queen able to knock the opponents down, and he's got another one on the run. The B cap's coming through. Can she find Vanish? Picks that one up as well. Does get the cap, but gets taken down by Venus. Fortunately, the team is here. You can see Bianca coming through with that death machine. And even though the C flip came through, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Both these teams are so skilled that we might still have a great matchup, and the A-B hold continues to come through. A 15-point lead for the side of Team Celeste, and they are continuing to light up the feed right now, Verdict.
Yo, is it okay if we join in comms? Because we didn't get to join in for... Yeah, let's go Celeste.
One back side, one back side.
Nice, nice.
Behind you, watch out, we're really
One mid, guys, one mid.
B.
There's one on top, there's one top on top.
They're mid.
It's okay, we won it. Just hold it.
One out there's a T Queen.
One mid car, there's one mid car. Machine gun. What am I getting? Top 8. There's one Deli.
Really dead.
She's still there, B. She's still B.
Yeah, nice.
Nice, guys.
They're camping in their spawn. Alright, are we gonna switch earlier?
All right, definitely some good comms coming through there. We do have Celeste with just about a 20-point lead, a little bit under, but it is going to be Zygnus. They come through with the C side start this time. And that could definitely make a big difference here. They're going to get an opportunity to get B early. As you can see, they're pushing up. I actually think A side has a stronger first push on this map. It's something that me and Zim had talked about a while back on the spawn. And you've got to be able to capitalize on that advantage early, and we just didn't see that come from the side of Celeste here. You can see Kira in the back over there is looking for possibly that flip. We'll go ahead and hop on over to her real quick. We do have streaks available as well for a couple players, but Layla comes through with the third kill coming through, taking Kira out of the back of C using that Pred missile. Vanish does have full streaks as well. Sentry gun down on B, has a hunter killer, has a Pred. And those tools can be absolutely huge, as you now see Kira's going to rotate over. Boom, sentry gun is there, taking the shots, gets taken down from behind as Layla picks that one up. And that lead has dwindled. It's only about 5 points now between these two teams.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time and resources to try and get that C flip, and they have nothing to show for it. As a matter of fact, all that pressure that was alleviated on that B site due to the C push was never capitalized on. They're finally going to be able to put some points on the board with the second cap, but again, they put a lot of time and effort into that C side flip, and it didn't come through. Now's a chance to bounce back. They do it great here by getting that B site covered. Now you need a 100% all focus here on this B side if you're not going to get that flip to come through. I'm expecting them to hold it, but again, A coming through with massive frags. 15 on board so far for her in the second half, and now they're going to be pushing up. And all of that map control and all of that push is going to come down to this B side getting shut down. Cammy Boo finds 2. Is going to be able to get the sentry gun down, but I do believe she's going to be taken down as well. Jeez.
Had the sentry gun pulled out, but doesn't seem she actually set it down, so she may still have that available as well. Sure enough, she does, and with that cap, they start to extend the lead in their favor a little bit once again, but it is still a very close game. I mean, bro, we're talking 6 points, 7 points between these two teams right now. Venus coming through with a big kill that they absolutely needed. Laven taking it down to December. The B flip comes through once again. Kira was coming from behind, but doesn't matter. They were ready for that switch, and the BC now once again in favor of the side of Zygnus. They've got an advantage. You can see the push was trying to come through, but Celeste,
December was there, but her attempt is going to be shut down. A lot of pressure on B now as 4 players going to be spawning out. Oh my God. Kira is going to go ahead and solidify the spawn flip, but there's 1 player left to deal with, and that's Vanish. But Vanish is going to be vanishing over to the B side. They know they need this site. It is not going to come through. The triple cap might actually come through as I'm looking at Kira's point of view. She's going to be able to get it easy. And that might be a GG's here. A, going to be pushed. C, going to be capped. Pressure is in. Celeste are going to prevail. They are going to be the best of 3 winners here, and they're going to earn those 15 points. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe it should be 15 for the 2-1 victory. So big game between these two teams as Celeste comes through the 150 to 132 win. And I gotta say again, this is going to be an exciting matchup every time we get to see it this season, because I'm going to tell you right now, even though every team is going to play the other teams once each for the open season, we will probably almost certainly see this matchup once again in the finals to some degree, right? It'll be probably either a quarterfinals match, a semifinals match, a third place match. And, you know, we'll probably see one of these teams go into the grand finals as well. It's just going to be a question of who. Based on my experience casting this past event, I would put BB Angels probably the #1 favorite team to win, right? I mean, they are just hands down the most skilled, the most consistent team on the board. Second place for me, a toss-up. It's either going to be Zygnus or Celeste. And maybe Sge Azami. I know you didn't get a chance to see them verdict. They did go down to Celeste in the losers bracket on Friday in the off-stream game. But definitely some really solid games. And there will be names you'll recognize on that team as well. So that's actually the team that was first throughout the season, if I remember correctly. Had the top scoreboard for that other event. So big game coming through there, and it is going to be, as you mentioned, the 15 points going over to the side of Celeste. Zygnus, however, they do not leave empty-handed. They still pick up 5 points for their one map that they were able to pick up, but we are going to take a short break, guys and girls, as we get our next set of teams into the lobby. So make sure you stick around, and we'll have some action here coming for you soon.
cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh. 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 It's black and white. Oh. Black and white, just let me go. It's only right for all I know. It's only matter. It's calico. It's black and white. Just let me go. It's only right for all I know. It's only matter. It's calico. It's black and white. White, white, white. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh. 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 It's black and white. It's black and white.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's obviously me, Day, and I'm joined by Verdict. And not only do you guys have the two of us, as you guys probably saw on our little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but definitely on me. I definitely am the one that took too long. We've got Sge Azami versus Serenity, and I think this is going to be a really, really solid matchup. Sge Azami has a bunch of talent from previous events that I have casted, including the last Mobile Mayhem girls that we had rolling for you guys. And I'm super excited because they've also got the addition of Beef Shorty this year as well, well, this season as well. So one of my good friends in the scene. Definitely a hell of a cracked sniper, right, Verdict? So like,
Oh yeah.
there's talent on this team, and you pair that up with like the likes of Jules, Dog Swine, Anna, Fatal. This is a cracked team.
Oh yeah. I hope they deliver up to par because saw Shorty coming in the chat, talk about she's about ready to nuke. I'm going to need some gameplay to back it up, Shorty. I'm kidding. You're obviously correct. If I'm on the opposing team, I'm definitely getting prepared for a sweaty matchup. So speaking of sweaty matchups, we're going to start things off with a Hardpoint Raid to begin the action. SD firing range. Dom standoff if it goes a distance. SGE opted to ban the Hackney Yard and Sparrow operator, and Serenity opted to ban Crossfire map, thank God, and the Death Machine operator. So we're going to see, is that right? Annihilators in the mix?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I see full. Everyone's got, at this point, I don't see any need to use a Gravity Vortex or, say, a Tempest, because the Annihilator doubles as both of those.
I mean, it can definitely work, right? Like, that is definitely a true factor. We do have a lot of Gravity Vortexes, though, on the side of Sge Azami specifically. In fact, we have 3 of them. And then for the side of Serenity, we have none. It's straight 5 Annihilators down the board. Jules rotating on over. They've got that anchor for P2. But it is P1 going over to the side of Serenity. And I gotta say, Shorty, I was told there would be a nuke.
Yeah, where are the nukes at? We're riding if no nukes come through.
All I saw was a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah. Gets an assist there, but the break's going to come through. It's only 18 seconds left to work with, and Free actually going to get some help there. Oh my god, I thought the shots were coming in on the backside. Where? I guess Free just absolutely cracked out of her mind. 31 seconds and counting there as the lead started to get a little bit out of hand. Shorty picks up a nice 2-piece, closed kitchen down. There's one more left to deal with, but you're going to have some teammate help from Anna. Now P2 setups are going to come through, and they are going to favor the girls over at Serenity, as SGE still have a 41-4 point advantage, though.
Yeah, they had a great P1 hold, and now P2 is looking pretty solid for the side of why am I drawing a blank here? For the side of Azami. Couple kills do come through. Declario actually comes through with a 4-piece in the feed. Shorty does pick up 2 and gets dropped. Gotta tell you, girl, that's not how you get nukes. The objective of the game, Verdict, I don't know if you know this.
Okay, I'm listening.
Obviously, we're trying to get hardpoint score, right? But in addition to that, the idea is to keep your health from falling to 0 while also bringing the enemy's health to 0.
That's an interesting perspective.
I thought so too, and
yeah.
You know, in my professional opinion, Beef Shorty has failed that, and as a result, we're not going to see a nuke.
No, we're not, but we are going to see a 10-4 start for her. She's already streaked up. She's used the Predator missile. She's got a sentry gun. However, she does not have that momentum going into the P3 spawn sites, and the body shots are going to come along.
As I say, I definitely saw body shooting there.
Okay, so SGE is in blue, right?
SGE is blue, Serenity is red. That is correct.
Okay, so I made a missed call out earlier. Nonetheless, I will correct myself. SGE is going to be in the blue, Serenity going to be in the red. I think I may have said Serenity had 4 points earlier, and I was wrong. So, Hardpoint so far so good for Serenity. They've got 78. They've got a lot of help on the hill. Kills are going to come through for SGE, but it's not going to be a hardpoint break. 8 going to find the shots. 8 going to get taken down, but man, you know what? Slaying out has its ups and downs. But what we really need to bunker on here for the girls over at SGE is a little bit of hardpoint time. And right now they are going to fall short of a 60-point deficit. It's actually going to be a lot more than 60 points. Now that I'm looking at closer to even 70. They're going to have to turn things around here on this basketball court where they actually have a pretty decent setup. The sentry gun's down. Great positioning here from Fatal and the rest of the squad. But top side of the control is going to be held by Serenity. They're looking to take the game 1 victors, and they could very well do it here on the P4 break.
Yeah, we actually had some pretty solid Gravity Vortex use coming through. Oh, Molly was AFK for a second there, ends up getting taken down on her Annihilator. But yeah, the Gravity Vortexes, that one was pretty iffy, but the other Grav Vortexes we had were up at the top of the stairs, denying rotations, and that was definitely the strong suit coming from that team. Fatal comes down, finds 3 on the board, and now it's looking like we might be getting ready to have this basketball court time finally start ticking away for the side of Sge Azami. Because that was a really good contest at the beginning there. In fact, had some minor break points as well for the side of Serenity. Now you can see teams are starting to rotate over. They're getting ready for that P5. Assist comes through as 8 picks up Jules in the middle. And now the game that was a 50-point lead not too long ago, looking a little bit nicer at, you know, sitting just coming up on about 25 points right now. They were able to mitigate it a little bit. But it does look like it is going to...
For some listen-ins, maybe for Serenity?
Let's hop in with Serenity. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
I'm spawning missiles. Watch your pills.
Nice, I got it.
Watch your
One more kitchen. Kitchen.
Pillars.
Other side.
Kitchen.
Oh my god.
I'm spawning Zig.
This was pillars.
One's going grad. Right there. I got it. One point.
She's lit on point. Nice. One kitchen.
Brad, you get to use my good job.
All right, definitely a solid game coming through there, and man, I think I owe an apology to Serenity here. I was hyping up Azami at the beginning of this game. Was absolutely not ready for what Serenity was going to bring to the table, and my goodness, they came through and worked strong as a team. Declario coming through 22 kills on the board to lead the lobby. And then the rest of the team put in solid work as well. Kemi with 16, Kumi with 16, 8 with 16, Molly coming through with 13. So really evenly distributed performance coming through. And their rotations were on point, man. Absolutely on point.
No, you're absolutely right. I think, you know, with that addition to that apology to Serenity, I think Shorty needs to come back in chat and apologize for promising something she couldn't deliver. Because, hey, look, I'm not calling you out, Shorty, but 90 to 150, you take a look at that scoreboard. You might have been off a little bit more than you could chew. That's okay, though. We got a game for you to bounce back, and maybe we'll get to see some of those sweet shots that she's got on board. We know how well she can handle the sniper. Maybe that'll be a factor as game 1 started off in a hole and it ended with just as big of one. As a matter of fact, it was like a 41-4 P2 rotation. Wasn't a firm 60 points on board from that P2 reset. And as a matter of fact, P3, Serenity shut things down, just absolutely dominant. And we're able to get their point and close it out on a P5. You don't normally see games like that in a 5th rotation. It usually goes to the P1, maybe a P2 reset. Gotta say, where's the disconnect at? What's going on? SGE coming in with Shorty, head honcho, you know, just painting us a picture that she couldn't deliver.
Yeah, I definitely gotta agree with you there. I think maybe Shorty thought a little too little of her opponents, and yep, chat. You guys got me. Yeah, I owe an apology to Serenity, and it's there. It's definitely there, and you know, hopefully they'll bring that same level of energy into our search and destroy, because like we mentioned, Azami has an incredible search and destroy team. You've got a nuts sniper lineup. I mean, just looking at the players we have here, you know, we could be rocking a any number of these players could be sniping, right? Shorty, Jules, Dogswine, Fatal, Anna. We've seen all these girls snipe in the past, but that's neither here nor there, because we are getting into this game. And action is underway.
It is under the way it is, as we're going to see Shorty with the DOQ in hand. A little bit of an A-side, you know, info check, as I see 3 players looking to make that push up a long sight. Shorty's going to have the armory covered. Jules actually going to find that first blood. You mentioned it. Any one of these players could pick up with a sniper and pop off, and Jules is actually going to be one of those players, as the A push going to be halted, but it doesn't look like they're going to make their way back. Okay, yeah, they are. Bomb carrier, Declario. does fall back the backwood and a little bit more of a conservative approach, as obviously you've got insight on knowing that your opponent is cracked at S&D and you don't want to give them anything for free. So I appreciate it. This is what Shorty should have done. She should have not undermined her opponents, or what's the word I was looking for? Underestimated? Yeah. Either or. She undermined them. She came here, said she was going to nuke. She obviously didn't, and we're obviously in a 1-0 scenario for Serenity and not SGE.
Yep, so they need to pick up this round, and fortunately for them, Jules has made that look a little bit more doable by picking up that first blood. Now has a player pinned underneath the bomb site. Gotta hit those ones, though, and that peek comes through, and sure enough, picks it up that time. You have 8 picking up the refrag onto Fatal, but the damage might be done. We have 3 kills for the side of... Azami here.
Yeah, Azami. I like that. I should call him Azami and not SGE. All right, 3 for 3 now. We've got 2v2 coming through. 8. Oh, gonna shut down Anna, and now it's all on Shorty. Trying to get that trailer angle. Doesn't hit the shots, and gonna try it again. Does it? Oh, how does that not hit? I'm confusion.
It's definitely it's a weird way you've got to hit it to land, but the thing is, like I know if you don't know about this issue, nice shot, Shorty. If you don't know about this, there's a issue on this map for CoDMobile, where if you're looking underneath the trailer, you can actually see the enemy's nameplate pop up.
Interesting.
So that's why it can look weird sometimes. But that is a real spot, guys. Go into your pub games or your ranked games and try it out. It definitely works. I have done it myself. When someone told me you could see the nameplates under there, I was like, no shot. Sure enough, you can.
Mummies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got a 1 round going in favor of Serenity. Be honest with you, the first 2 frags came through for Jules. I for sure thought Azami was going to be able to take that round for themselves. And, man, I got to say, some great teamwork, some great endurance here for Serenity as they find a way to 2v5 the scenario. Or was it a 3v5? I think 2 more came in on both ends. So they've got info. They've got the push coming through. It's going to be an A-long one again. As we do see 1 player going down, that's Jules. First blood going in favor of Serenity, and now they're looking for that bomb plan to go along with it. Dog Swine gonna hold down this trailer site, get shots on 1. Declario gonna take shots on
my goodness.
Oh my goodness, Serenity, what are you on, guys? Gals. Gamers.
Definitely another big round coming through. We had 1 kill out of the gate, and then nothing, and then 4 kills basically all at once. So the 2-0 lead comes through for the side of Serenity. I see we have another nunchuck player in the lobby. Declario does have the what was that, like a Crystal Aether nunchucks? That's...
I mean, you would know that. You're the only one in this call who knows anything about Crystal Aether, my guy.
I know nothing about the Crystal Aether skin in this game.
Shut your mouth. You know what I meant.
Yeah, but in this game, I have no idea.
Oh, well, it's pretty similar to the zombies in Cold War. Guys, if you don't know what...
I guarantee you it is not a grind. That's not true. That's not entirely true. I'm good at zombies, but I much prefer playing multiplayer.
There we go. What about Battle Royales?
That's all right.
Yeah, there we go. Well, 4v3 gonna ensue. Declario looking to get this bomb plant down. Does not like what she sees over at A. Gonna bounce back and maybe go for that jungle side push. As they've cleared off everything there. There's no defense here. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get a free bomb plant. What are... Okay, Diakemi, I'm just not gonna question anymore. Just ridiculous. Free actually does find 1, takes him down. Fatal and Beef Shorty gonna be left at a 2v3. This girl's got it. I gotta say. I don't know what Shorty was talking about when she came in chat.
Definitely on the lookout here. Yeah, again, we were promised a nuke, and that just has not been the case. Fatal is going to pick up 1. Ooh, Shorty does pick up the other. It's now on just Diakemi. Diakemi? Something like that. You guys know who I'm talking about, but it is actually going to be a round coming through for the side of Sge Azami here. And that is going to bring things a little bit closer. It cushions the blow. It doesn't even things up. It doesn't give them the lead, but it does make it at least look a little bit more doable.
Defend the objective. They have the bomb.
Looking at Beef Shorty here to see if she can get a first blood this time around. Actually going to hop on over to Anna, who's pushing up super aggressive. Gets beamed by 8. I think Free might be looking for the kill. Was able to get it. Oh my goodness, I switched to the wrong person on the way there, but is able to pick up Beef Shorty. You know she is mauling right now. Oh my goodness.
I could hear her right now in my
Me
best Shorty
too.
voice. Bruh.
Bro,
That's
I wish we had listen-ins for search, man. If I could, I would have hopped right into their comms. And then probably jumped out, because I don't think it would have been stream appropriate. But I want to hear it, you know?
Oh, I would have loved to hear it. I should have jumped down there for my personal satisfaction. Where's some haters, Day? Let me tell you about it. Jules, one shot, one kill. Takes out Diakemi. Now it is Freakumi. You said freak earlier. Now I want to say something different.
You started off by saying freak, but I'm pretty sure it's
I
Freakumi.
said free. You said freak.
I don't know about that.
You freak.
I don't know about all that, bud. Kumi surely gets the skill, right?
Oh, dude, Jules, I love the play. I love the attempt. I love the effort. Just didn't pan out. Now we've got a 3-1. This is the last time you guys are going to be on the defense, and lo and behold, how the mighty have fallen. I was high expectations here for Azami. You still got plenty of search to redeem yourself, but gonna have to do a little bit better than we've seen so far.
As Shorty, however, does bounce back this round with the first blood. Fatal is gonna fall to Molly. Just for anybody in chat, this is not the same Molly. This is not E-Molly. This is not Blur. Jules
This is
does come
G-Molly.
through the refrag. Yeah, this is G-Molly.
G-Molly.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
at Shorty. Look at Shorty. Look at Shorty. Shorty, what are you doing?
Anna coming through with
Eight's
the
crazy, bro. She's
refrag.
got 8 on board as well. Make it 9. Jesus Christ.
8 needs to change her name after this game. However many kills she gets, that needs to be the new name.
Just not 11.
We got the bomb.
I guess we'll see. I mean, there's plenty of rounds left. It could be like 19 or something.
Hey, we'll see.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb's gonna go down, however. Jules looking for one of those wall bigs. Not gonna find it. Freakumi
Lost that round.
does find the shot to land, and now we are flipping sides.
Enemy has
And ladies and gentlemen, it is a 4-1 in favor of Serenity. These girls came in with a game plan. They have executed it practically flawlessly.
Let me tell you, I have not given Freakumi any opening round spotlight, and I think we're gonna try here and just see what we get. So far, not a whole lot of action. You can see how back, and unfortunately for the side of Azami, how defensive they are playing right now. I mean, they're on the offense, and they are absolutely playing for a pick right now.
Yeah,
You can see Shorty looking for it. Molly gonna shoot the trophy system.
Oh, Eagle Chow.
That does miss the headshot. Now we can see the A push starting to come through. I pop on over to Fatal, who's looking to push on up in trailer here. Molly sitting at the corner, Renetti in hand. 1-for-1 trade as Beef Shorty finds 8, possibly one of the biggest picks you could have had in this round. We do have rotating from behind Declario, who's going to get taken out by Jules. Now it's a 3 versus 3. Switched off Freakumi, and sure enough, picks up 2 kills this round. Now Fatal picking up Nolly, brings it back to a 2 versus 2.
Oh, Fatal, you gotta win those.
Yeah, you do.
There's too much time left in around. Jules is gonna get pinched here. You can see the push come through free. Gonna get the free kill. Kumi, body shots, love it. Intensity, rising. Shorty, rage. Zombie, it's on you. It's the last round you got. Potentially last round, you gotta make it count.
Please, Dom, so she can nuke. Bro, your name is perfect because that is a delusional story here that we've got going on. Shorty, big underestimated her opponents, and it's looking like they might even get 2-0'd here.
Yeah, we'll have to see here as, you know, you played a little bit too aggressively in the beginning. You played a little bit too overconfident, and now it's, you know, a little bit of redemption here for Serenity. The Beef Shorty finds one. Diakimi, a little bit of revenge from last round. Jules, good shot. Free literally jumped up for 1 second and was headshot. With 8 still alive, I got a lot of hope, though, for the girls over at Serenity. As a matter of fact, she is going to push over, get the sniper that Free was dropping. Now is looking to get the shots through her armory. Is not going to find the first one. Anna going to go ahead and get the bomb down. Beef Shorty.
Shorty.
Slide it up now, man. You know, it's now or never, honestly.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Put kill number 6 on the board. Was looking for one onto DeClario there. Is getting shot at by Molly, but finds the shot. Now it's a 1v5. Jules going to pick up that kill. Starting to look a little bit doable, but my goodness, can you not afford a mistake? Have you let yourself get into a horrible position here?
Yeah, they dug a hole and it's deep. Now it's time to see if what they're made of. Are they made of you know, a little bit of comeback season? Are they made of that foldable paper, you know? We'll see how it pans out now. Shorty looking for the shots. A-Long, it's got one opponent right here that's prone down, and she might actually overextend right in front of her if she continues to walk forward. Shots are going to come raining in. Is it going to be able to get anything to hit? But Bomb's still in a very, very conservative spot. Either way it could go. Beef Shorty does find that opening blood, and again, it's on Diakimi.
Definitely a solid pick. Not top fragging for the team, but 6 kills on the board. Fatal is going to find one onto DeClario as well. We saw them in this position in the first round of the game. They had 2 picks out the gate and did drop the series, so we are going to have to see.
Oh, Free.
Free comes through with a double in return, though. Oh, my goodness. I never catch this girl doing anything. 12 on the board. Anna, however, going to take down 8. That's pretty huge. And now with Jules picking up Molly, it is going to be Kumi left in a 1 versus 3. The bomb plant's going to come through for Anna.
Got to be careful here. Free is cracked. She's literally picked up 2 this round back to back. Bomb is going to go down, however. Now we're going to be looking at a 1v3 with 35 seconds on the clock. First shot hits. That's Jules. Looking for 2 more. They're not going to get it inside a trailer. Fatal. Anna holding it down. Don't give anything for free. Literally. I mean that, you know, in the best way possible.
Yep, the fake defuse does come through. You can now see the challenge comes up. Might have even almost been just worth going for the defuse, to be honest with you.
Almost at that no-scope, too.
That's always that thing you got to worry about, right? Like, you go for that fake defuse, she dropped the bomb, popped up, nobody challenged.
No.
Nobody challenged. Everybody, like, they read her perfectly that was going to be a fake. She was gonna pop up. They didn't challenge the head glitch, and instead Kumi pushed in.
Yeah, use that info for next time you're in a situation like that. They're not going to peek it. Make them pay for it.
Get down, sniper.
Oh, Shorty hit markered. Free just on an absolute tyrant spree here. 13 on board. Oh, almost finds the shots. Does not get that kill, and a little bit of help here is needed. Jules looking for the equalizer. Jules actually, oh my god, Jules, you can get it too. Free! What are those shots?
This girl is absolutely nuts.
I don't know how that
Looking
did
for another one. Shorty did find one onto Molly to refrag out, but I mean, let's be real here. Molly is 1-8, not having a lot of impact on this game. You really wanted to be looking for a pick onto, ideally, Kumi. There it is, right there. Beef Shorty maybe a game saver here if they're able to make the comeback and push us to a game 3. I gotta say, 8 was popping off in the first half of this game. Ran into a brick wall in the second, so hopefully we'll see 8 step it up a little bit here. Anna coming through with the bomb plant right now. It's a 4 versus 3, 45 seconds on the clock. This round is looking all Azami, but again, we had a bigger advantage for Azami in the first round, and they did drop it, so we know not to sleep on Serenity, especially after Shorty swore up and down that she was going to nuke, and then y'all got slapped, so.
Yep. Shorty looking to play her life here. 10 kills on board. Got 2 players pushing through that A long area. Make it 1 now as we saw the trailer transaction. Oh my god. The wig came right off that one right there. The headshots. Lore Shorty finds 1.
I'm not entirely sure why I just swapped over to Akebi at the very end of that round. Pushed trailer hard with a katana out.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure about that, but we'll see as things get rolling here. Obviously, Shorty found a big pick in that last round, was able to take down Kumi, who has been hands down the strongest member of this Serenity lineup. Did come through with MVP in the Hardpoint. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Came through with MVP in the Hardpoint, was only 3 kills behind top frag, which was Declario, and now is having a hell of a search and destroy performance for herself. 14 kills on the board. Yo, she had 19 in an entire Hardpoint game. Let's keep that in mind.
Yep. 14 on board right now. She's just cracked with the snipers in her hand, so we'll see how it pans out. What I do gotta say is that sure, you know, SG has done a great job of staying in this game, but you pretty much set yourself up for failure, though, going into that round 11. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I started looking at it. You went 1 for 5 on that first defending side. If you do somehow manage to win this round and take it to that round 11, you set yourself up for a very, very devastating...
Oh, fatal!
Yeah,
you gotta know someone's there, man. That is like one of the most common positions to be in. 8 is going to pick up 1, but Jules is immediately there for the refrag. It's now a 3 versus 3. Going to hop on over to Akemi, who's sitting halfway up the hill here, looking for maybe a pick, but if she's not careful, might get picked off by Beef Shorty.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, Shorty sees the gun moving. Dips down.
Almost got those feet clipped off, though.
It is kind of weird how some things are just like not wallbangable like that.
Oh, look at Molly.
Oh,
look at Molly.
Shorty almost killed herself with a nade. All right, what am I looking at for Molly now?
Molly was on a complete drop. Like, literally could have gotten 1 or 2 if she had played that a little better. Does find Molly. Jules gets 1. Diakimi finds another. And now it's a 1v2. That is it. We were looking at a game 3 scenario on the backs of a great search and destroy game. We didn't get that. We got 4 rounds where they had some pretty decent, frags for themselves and were able to take 4. But, man, I got to say, when you underestimate your opponents, it comes back, and karma's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely can be. Gotta say, I'm super, super excited to see more Serenity action now here in the near future. We do only have 3 games for you guys tonight, so that is going to wrap things up. And I gotta say, again, I feel kind of bad because I was hyping Azami up at the beginning of, well, I guess at the end of the last game. You know, kind of hyping it up going into the next match. Serenity might be the new wave, man. Serenity might be a team to watch out for. We came in with an attitude from Beef Shorty that said, hey, these girls suck, I'm going to nuke them, and then got 2-0'd. There was definitely a lot of effort put in. There were some good performances from both teams, but, bro, I was promised a nuke.
Yeah, we were... She wrote a check with a mouth that her ass couldn't cash. That's what it is right there. And in an instance like this, Shorty, you got to take it just like you take any other loss. It's an L. Move on. It is what it is. We'll see you back next week for or next Thursday. This Thursday. When are they playing next? At any rate,
Thursday.
I gotta say, there's still a lot of potential in that roster. We saw some great shots. I think they got just a little too big for their britches. And yes, I'm a boomer. I'll say britches. I don't care. I think they got a little too big. The tall came in heavy, and they just weren't able to back it up. They underestimated their opponents, and that's what happens, especially in hardpoint games. It doesn't matter how great you are at fragging. Doesn't matter how great of a slayer you are. If you can't make that coordination or that little bit of a collective effort into an objective, you're going to get shut down every time. And that is one of those instances being proven right in front of us. So a little bit of a bounce back in the Surge and Destroy, but it was a little too late. You set yourself up for failure once you go 1-4 on the defense. You got to find a way to be a little less aggressive and a little more defensive. Hold your angles, play your role, and rely on your teammates. Have that synergy. I wish we would have been able to jump into the VCs and see what it was like, but I could almost guarantee you 90% of it would have been Shorty raging.
Yeah, I would have. Stay devious, guys. Stay devious.
Stay devious.
That is going to roll the end of our stream around. We are going to get a raid going, and I already know who it's going to be. I'm not going to tell you guys. You just have to be on the lookout. It's someone who we do not get to see play specifically CoDMobile too often, let alone do they even stream often. So, excuse me. If you guys know me, anytime I host a girls event, I always want to host a female content creator as well. So we're going to get you guys that rolling through in just a moment here. We do have a quick ad to run from CoDMobile, and we'll get that raid rocking and rolling. Thank you so much, Verdict, for joining me. Thank you to the teams for coming out and putting on such a great performance today. Thank you all to our wonderful admin staff who keeps everything rolling smooth. I mean, today went really well, and of course, a big shout out to all of you guys out there in the audience. Thanks for coming by. Your viewership is what makes all of this possible. So we will see you guys and girls next time.